Hey guys, welcome to another video on Budget with a July Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and on this channel I share everything personal finance. I cover budgeting, saving and investing. If these topics are of interest to you, then please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into today's video. So for today's video, I thought I'd share with you an update on my Freetrade portfolio. I was just looking at the playlist that I have on my channel, and I realized that the last time I gave you an update on my Freetrade portfolio was back in June last year. The simple reason is in 2023 I chose to focus on my pension at work, as well as the one that I manage, as well as my ISA, and I decided not to put any effort into my general investment accounts like Freetrade and Plum, because these are definitely not tax efficient. In the UK, we've got the ISA, individual savings account, and the SIP, self-invested personal pension, which are more tax efficient. With the ISA, we've got a limit of 20k a year, a tax year, and the money that you put in there, money that grows, is all tax free. Whereas for the SIP, like for me personally, I have first the pension that is matched at work, that I pay for that, right? It's not taxed at work. That is not taxed at all. And then I have the SIP on the other hand, where I also add in money, and the government kind of gives me like 25 pounds, and then I claim additional on my tax returns. So that money that goes into your pension, technically for the SIP, I've already paid tax on that money that goes in, but the money that from my employer is the one which I haven't paid tax on yet, and I'll pay tax in the future. Don't know at what rate I'll pay tax, but I know I have to pay tax on the pension. So those are the more tax efficient vehicles that we have in the UK. There are many others, but I'm just not familiar with all of them. I'm not a financial advisor, I should put that out there. So everything I'm sharing, take it with a pinch of salt, and know that I'm sharing based on my personal experience and sharing what works for me. This does not mean it will work for you, and investing comes with a risk. You could lose everything. Just like with a mortgage, they can take your house. With investing, you can lose everything. So that's that with that spiel. So my focus on 2023 was mostly on tax efficient vehicles for investing, and now in 2024 I thought I'd get back on the horse and start also investing into my general investment accounts. Even though they're not tax efficient, I will still be using them in my early retirement years on this financial journey that I'm currently on. So I thought I look at what is happening with them, and then I was like, oh, I haven't actually made a video on this. So I'm gonna be sharing with you all of that good jazz. I have my trusted mobile here. We're going to do a screen record. 2 days ago I did a screen record of my Freetrade because I transferred 25 pounds. If you watch my budget videos, you will notice in my January budget I transferred about 50 pounds into Freetrade, and then in February I have transferred 25, and I'm hoping to add another 25 before the end of the month to invest in my general investment accounts. I made a decision at the beginning of the year to make sure that I start investing in the general investment accounts as well, because that does overall add up to my net worth. So if I want to increase my net worth, I want to invest in everything that is available to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a recap of what I shared with you guys back in June of last year. Wrote it all down on my little piece of paper, and then I'll also be doing a side-by-side view, walking you through what my portfolio looks like today. So before we get into that, I do want to mention two things. In the portfolio that you see, there's two new investments that I have added in. So that was one called Asia Property, so that's investing in Asia real estate, and then the Ultra Bond. I haven't had any bonds whatsoever in any of my portfolios with Freetrade, with any of my general investment accounts, but I chose for this one just to add a little bit of bonds in there. So that's Ultra Bonds that I've added, just small amounts. I keep referring to my Freetrade and my Plum portfolios as my play money, because I am just adding there any little additional money that I have. For my Plum, I don't even actively add anything, because the Plum app helps me to save money by rounding up all of my spending, and then that money I have set up rules within the app, so it sends some money towards saving, some money towards investing. So that's how I'm dealing with Plum. But Freetrade, I am actively adding in some money in there and investing in the instruments that I have within that portfolio. So now that I've done all of that spiel, we're almost 5 minutes into this. I am going to start a screen record of my portfolio, my Freetrade portfolio, and then also walk you through the numbers, right? So let us begin. So back in June, my portfolio was at £629.96. As you can see right now on the screen record, I am currently at £802.6263. So we can see the trajectory of my portfolio. It's definitely been going up. However, the portfolio is actually telling me that I'm down by £98.33 since I began investing. I've never withdrawn from this portfolio, so this is all market fluctuation. So the first investment here that we see is Legal and General. So if we go into Legal and General, with Legal and General in June 2023, I had £129.63, and I had 58 shares. Right now, under your investment, you can see I am now at current value of £162.62 and 68 number of shares. So Legal and General investment is one that pays out dividends. So I have been getting some dividend here. The last one was in September of £3.31, which was, you know, a little bit big. I'm happy with that, and I've been buying almost every single month for this portfolio, which for this investment too, which I absolutely love. I've been investing in Legal and General since February of 2022, so coming on to 2 years now since I've been investing. Actually, at the time of filming this video, I've already been 2 years I've been investing in this portfolio, which I absolutely love. Next, after Freetrade, we're gonna go into UK commercial. So with the UK commercial, last year I was at £82.83, and I was at 98 shares. Current value as of time filming this video is £143.14, and I have 213 shares. So this one, I believe, also pays dividend. Yes, so the last one was back in November of 2023. I got paid dividend in there. Then prior to that was in August, and prior to that was in May. So this actually pays 4 times, because there was February as well. So at the end of this month, I should be expecting some more dividend from this investment, so from UK portfolio back. So yeah, not much to say there. So this is a commercial REIT. Then after that, we've got Royal Mail, which is now called International Distributions. So with International Distributions, I was at £86.62 last time with 22 shares. I'm now at £92.22 and 35 shares. This definitely pays dividends, if I remember correctly. Yes, it does. And I had in September, actually I didn't get any dividends in 2023. I just realized. So the last dividend that Royal Mail paid out before it changed to International Distributions is back in September of 2022. So I actually did not get any dividends last year. I don't know about this year if I'll be getting any dividends, but it is what it is. Yeah, so that is Royal Mail or International Distributions. The next one we have is real estate. So with real estate, I was at £86.62 with 22 shares, and I'm still at 22 shares, and current value is now £89.46. This one also does pay dividend, and I've gotten dividend in January this year, October last year, July last year, April last year, and January last year. So yeah, it pays, and it looks like I haven't bought any real estate for a while, so maybe for the next £25 I want to deposit in here. I'll send some to real estate. Next one is UK dividend. So with UK dividend, last year was £84 and 95 pence at 13 shares. I'm at £89 now and still 13 shares with this one. Does pay dividend as well, and I got dividend in December, September, June and March last year, so it does pay out 4 times a year. It's still small amounts, but imagine this once I've invested a lot more money over the years. So, and if it continues to pay dividends, this would definitely grow. So this is great, happy with that. So that's UK dividend. Next I have Greencoat UK. Greencoat UK was at £89 and 83 pence with 65 shares last year in June, and right now it's at £87. It's gone down 52 pence and it's 68 shares, so I've gone up by 3 shares for this one. This is also another one that pays dividend, and I'm sure you're sensing the theme here, but this portfolio is made up of majority dividend paying either funds or stocks. So that's just how I designed the Freetrade portfolio for this investment. So that's Greencoat UK. The next one, this is the new one, which is Asia Property, investing in Asia real estate. So I've got 2 shares with this one, and the current value is £31 and 73 pence. As you can see, recent activity, I bought this in January at £16.58 for 1 share, and then £15.97 last month as well. I bought some shares as well at £15.97. So I've got 2 shares with this real estate Asia Property. Then I have Deliveroo with at £29.73 right now, but it was at £23, and so I didn't, what does that mean? You currently have holdings in this instrument that you can sell at any time. Buy more, please upgrade. Oh, okay. So I haven't upgraded the Freetrade app. I'm still using the free version, so I guess I'm restricted to certain things. I don't know for how long, but right now I'm okay with where I am. I've got 25 shares in Deliveroo. Since I use Deliveroo a lot, I might as well spend on it and in it, if that makes sense. Like I know Deliveroo will be around for a long time. Uber Eats as well. Maybe I should add Uber Eats, because these are things that I use, you know, everyday people, we're still using these things. So yep, so that's Deliveroo. Jupiter was at £23 last time. It's at 27 now, and last time I had 22 shares. I have 33 shares right now. Don't know if Jupiter pays dividend. Oh, it does. September 2023 it paid, and May. So yeah, and I bought in as recent as yesterday into this fund, this stock I should say, Asia Asset Management. Okay, and then the next one is National Grid. I definitely bought some National Grid the other day, so I have 2 shares right now, current value £20 and 30. National Grid does pay dividend. I got dividend back in January last year, so I got it in October of 2022, got my first dividend in January 2023, second one in August 2023, and I've gotten in January as well some dividend, and then I bought some yesterday, some shares in National Grid. And then Ultra Bond is another new one, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So Ultra Bond, I've got 3 shares in this one, and it's valued at £15 and 18 pence at the moment. So that is Ultra Bond. Commodities was at £10 last time, still about £10 and 2 shares. Nothing has changed with commodities. I haven't bought anything since January last year, so maybe it's time to change this. Lazy Days, 1 share. This was a free share that I received, so to be honest, I'm not even bothered with this one. And then this holding company came from another free share, but I don't even know. I got some messages about this, but I don't really care, to be honest. We'll be happy to get rid of this, but it's stuck in my portfolio. And then the other one which disappeared, or I sold it, I don't know what happened with it, was Sorrento. That was a free share that I got at the beginning, but it's no longer here. So yeah, but anyway, that is a Freetrade portfolio. Let's look at the insights and my breakdown. So portfolio performance is minus 1.80% since January of this year, 15th January. So I've got 79% in stocks, which are, it's intentional. Then I've got 17% in REIT and 1% in bonds, 1% in commodities, and a bit of cash, and I'll show you that in a second. And then when it comes to the sector, ETFs and trusts is the biggest one, then finance, then property. I would really like to increase the property portion here, logistics, energy, tech. So I'm spread out a little bit. And then my position, legal and general, is my largest holding. And then this has actually just changed with UK commercial because it wasn't this high. And then I've got international distributions. Yeah, so a lot of these things have just changed recently. And then if we go into activities, so with activities, the month of February I deposited £25, and how I spent it, I sent £10 to buy 1 share of National Grid, £7 to buy 3 shares of Legal and General, £5 to buy 1 share of Ultra Bond, and £2.52 to buy 3 shares of Jupiter. So that's how I am doing so far in 2024. And there is about 41 pence in there, but I'll be depositing some more money soon into this portfolio just to razzle dazzle here. But that is my portfolio. Like, I am happy seeing the progress that this portfolio has made, because if you look at my net worth update, Freetrade, the entire portfolio has been lagging for the longest time. Like, I put in like £300 at one time, and it almost seemed like it made a portfolio tank for some reason, which I couldn't understand for the life of me. But the portfolio definitely have struggled over the last, I want to say, 15 months. But like I always say, I am a long-term investor, so I have no intention of selling anything that I currently hold in that portfolio. There are a few, like Sorrento, that I honestly just had to get rid of, and then the Sicilian one, hopefully that goes as well. So same thing with Lazy Days, but I'm not concerned about those two instruments because they were free shares. I am more concerned about the progress that I'm making with Legal and General. I love Legal and General because it's a company that I know of, trust, and holds my work pension actually, so definitely invest in them. And I think when I started out investing by myself in 2020, they were the first that I invested in. I invested a chunk of money in there, and I got big dividends as well from them. So this is just one for me that I'll be keeping in there. UK commercial is one that I took a chance on, and I'm glad I did. The National Grid is one that I've done some research, but I've also seen really good results from. Obviously I need to go back because I haven't done any sort of research into the stocks and everything that I invest in since, I want to say, since 2022, because I kind of just like picked what I wanted to invest in and stuck with it. I do asset reallocation every December, but to be honest, I focus mostly on the Vanguard portfolios that I hold and see if there are certain things that I want to move around. But in all honesty, I haven't really touched the single stocks that I hold with Freetrade. I mean, I hold some funds, ETFs in there, but it's mostly Vanguard that I focus on. But I thought I'd do this update on my Freetrade. Maybe one of these days I'll do a separate one on Plum, but for now with the Freetrade, I am happy to see where I am at with this portfolio, and I hope it just continues to grow leaps and bounds, because I will continue to invest into this Freetrade portfolio. Hopefully they won't change it to the paying one, but I'll probably change it myself because it is about time that I started making full use of all of the features that the Freetrade app has. But I think that is it, you guys. I'm not really sure if there's anything else that I want to add into this Freetrade portfolio update video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you invest with Freetrade or what other apps that you use to invest in. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.